We're going to be looking at piecewise linear graphs. This is where we have one graph made up of smaller, different lines. Each of those lines, though, will be of the form y equals a plus bx because they are linear. Now we're going to have a look at an example about how to do these graphs. In this example, it says to us, the amount $C charged to supply and deliver X meters cubed of crushed rock is given by the equations. So what we have here are two equations. C equals 50 plus 40x, which is going to be true between 0 and 3. And we have C equals 80 plus 30x, which is going to be true between 3 and 8. So how do we do this? What we do is we look at the end values for x. In this case, x is equal to 0 and x is equal to 3 for the first equation. And for the second equation, x is equal to 3 and x is equal to 8. We substitute x equals 0 into our equation c equals 50 plus 40x. So we get 50 plus 40 times 0. 40 times 0 is 0. 50 plus 0 is 50. This gives me a point 0, 50. I then do the same with x is equal to 3. X is equal to 3. C is equal to 50 plus 40x, which is 50 plus 40 times 3. 40 times 3 is 120. 50 plus 120 is 170. That gives me the point 370. For the second part, I have x is equal to 3, but this time I am substituting into c equals 80 plus 30x. So I get 80 plus 30 times x, which was 3. 3 times 30 is 90. 90 plus 80 is 170. I've got the point 170. The last value I have is x is equal to 8. So c equals 80 plus 30x, which is 80 plus 30 times 8. 30 times 8 is 240. 240 plus 80 is 320. That is the point 8, 320. Now let's have a look to see what is written on this page. We have worked out the point 050 and 170 for c equals 50 plus 4x. So what happens? 050 is plotted, 170 is plotted, and a straight line is ruled between those 2 points. That's our first piece of the graph. Now we're going to do the second piece of the graph. We have the point 170 and 320. Notice the 170 is common to both, so it means that our two pieces will join up. So I will use the red pen for this. 3 170, 8 320, and then join them up with a straight line. All this should be done in the same color. I have done it in two colors just so you can see how we've come up with our graph. This technique is not shown in the notes. Add in a graphs page. Our first graph segment is C equals 50 plus 40x from 0 to 3. So I'm going to type in 50 plus 40x, use the with command, so control equals, the with command is the vertical straight line. 0, I need the less than or equal to sign, so control equals again, less than or equal to x, then do the same thing again. This time I'm going to use the less than sign and put 3. Press enter. I cannot see the graph because the values in the graph are too big for the screen. We will change that in a moment. Tab. I'm now going to do the second line segment. 80 plus 30x. I'm going to do the same thing with the with command. With, and this time I'm going from 3 up to 8. So 3, control equals, less than or equal to x, control equal, less than 8. Press return. Now I'm going to make the graph visible. So the first thing I'm going to do is I'm going to go menu, and I'm going to go zoom, and I'm going to do zoom fit. You can now see the calculator has automatically changed the values. Now I'm going to modify the values they have so I'm happy from it. So I'm going to go menu. I'm going to go down back to Windows. Here are the settings the calculator has set. Well, I've got no negative values of x. My lowest value is 0. So I'm going to start that at -1. I'm going to have, going across the screen on my x scale, 1. My y minimum, I want to go down as far as 0. So I'm going to put it as -10, just to give myself some space on the axes. I know it goes up as high as 345, so I'm going to type 360. And I want my scale not to be 1 because it'll be lots of really, really, really close lines, but I want my ticks to be every 25. Now I'm going to do OK, and there is my graph redrawn showing me the two segments.